Alright guys, so moving along. First Retro 5 I ever copped. You guys can see it's yellowing now. And the bottom is yellowing like crazy. Well, I'll just need to get some of that ice cream still. But the upper I kept very clean. Actually, I haven't even cleaned them at all. The netting is starting to yellow a little bit. But this was the very first Retro 5 that I copped. Had to get the Fire Red Retro 5. I don't wear these too often because it's a very bulky shoe, but I've seen people rock these, and maybe it's just because I have a lot of shoes and I don't rock them too often, but I mean, maybe they just need to clean their shoes, because I've seen some people wear these and they're like everyday beater shoes for them, so it's kind of crazy. But I just like to try and keep my shoes nice. And this is one of my favorite 5s because, of course, it's, you know, one of the OG colorways. So Fire Red 5. Alright, and then had to get the Black Tongue Fire Red 5s. Right, so very dope colorway, no cracks in it, which I'm glad. Stunt hasn't started to crack or anything like that. I mean, I think I've only maybe worn these once or twice. I mean, so you don't see any creasing in it, but very dope colorway. So I had to get the Black Tongue Fire Reds. So going on with the next 5, I got the of course Grape 5, which is very iconic because, of course, he wore them on the cereal box. You guys can tell I've worn these and creased it a little bit, so I'm gonna have to probably maybe put some shields in those too. No yellowing so far. Oh, never mind, bottom's yellowed and getting really dirty, so I might have to clean that. But like I said, I don't rock my 5s too often. It's just something I don't rock too often. Next shoe after I got that was, of course, the Black Grape 5s. You can see the yellowing right here again. It always tends to yellow right there. As you see, it's more yellowing, but very dope colorway. And I actually had to camp out for this shoe, which I really hate camping. I think I stood in line for like 5 hours to get a reserved ticket when they told us that they were gonna give out tickets at like 12, and they made us wait in line till like 4 or 5 for the ticket. I was getting so upset, I was getting ready to leave, but they finally came out, so I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So I got my ticket and was able to cop this shoe. So I really like the Black Grape 5s. Alright, so after that I got the Laneys. Couldn't pass up on this one. Laney 5s are really dope. Love this colorway. Alright, Laney 5. And I got the Oreo. I haven't worn this very much, but a lot of people passed on these. These sat for like a couple days, which was really surprising. And now a lot of people wish they got them. So, you know, I mean, I don't know why people pass on stuff and they regret it later. You know, the Oreo colorway is just a really nice colorway to me, I thought, so I went ahead and grabbed them anyway when they sat on shelves. If I like a colorway, I'm gonna buy it. After that, I got the, 5 Lab, I don't even remember what the labs are anymore. 5 Lab 3, I don't know what it is. But yeah, 5 Lab 3. So it's, of course, the Retro 5 with the 3 elephant print. I don't think any of this is in 3M material or not, but I just like this one because it was plain black. I wasn't able to cop the red ones. I did have the original first white elephant print one, but that was too small for me, so I ended up selling it. So I'm gonna move on and continue and not pause here because I only have a few Retro 6s that I actually got. So the first Retro 6 I got was of course the infrared. Now this really disappointed me when I copped this because this is really pink and I wasn't expecting that. So I was kind of really disappointed. I really wish they would have made this darker because this really doesn't I really think that they should have made that darker. It looks really kind of funky. But I had to cop it anyway. So Retro 6 infrared. After that I got the Retro 6 Black 23 infrared. And this is one of my favorite Retro 6s because this colorway just pops and stands out a lot. Like if you were to compare this to the Toro 4 colorway, this one just stands out way more. I mean, the Toro 4 is kind of really dark, and this one's so bright that it just stands out like crazy. And I actually like this. I wear this a lot, you see. I really like this colorway a lot. So, that was the next one. After that, I think I copped the Retro 6 Brazil pack. So I paid basically $500 for a shoe because the CP3 that they do in there, I really didn't care too much for, but I used that as a beater. But I just thought this was really dope because the World Cup was going on, and you know, it was unique and different to me, so I went ahead and copped it. And I'll show you the CP3 that it came with. Now, the CP3 is not bad. It's comfortable. This all right here is 3M, so you've seen pictures of it on my Instagram. It lights up in 3M material. So, you know, I'm not gonna hate on it. It's pretty comfortable. This back cushion right here thing makes it pretty comfortable. The cushion on the inside is pretty nice. The traction pattern on the bottom is pretty good. So I'm gonna show that just because it came with it. And then the last Retro 6 I was able to cop was the Sport Blue. So I missed out on a lot of Retro 6s that year. I missed out on the championship pack, missed out on the slam dunks, missed out on the history of Jordans, Spazikes, whatever. So I missed out on the black infrareds, missed out on the Carmines. So that was a pretty upsetting year, but I was able to cop those 6s, which I'm just happy to get. So still got more to come, so I'm gonna put these up and go on to the next one. Alright, so moving along, the very first shoe I ever copped was the Retro 7 Raptors, and this is actually what got me into collecting shoes again. Not shoes again, but actually collecting J's. Just getting this pair got me hooked. So this is the very first pair of J's I ever got. I don't wear these too often because I want to try and keep them nice looking. Mine of course came with a little bit of flaw mark right here. You see the purple in there, but I could probably rub that out. No big deal. But this is the very first shoe I ever got. So this one means a lot to me. So Air Jordan Retro 7 Raptor. Like I said, no particular order. This year, of course, got the French Blue Retro 7. I like this colorway. People slept on it. I guess just the prices are making people sleep on these shoes a lot. So I mean, this shoe was sitting on shelves for a long time. Didn't even have to probably even enter a raffle for it because this shoe sat like on shelves for like a week. But hey, you know, I buy what I like. I really like the Retro 7 model a lot. It's comfortable. It's got the Rachi sock lining in it. So I really like Retro 7s. I'd buy more of them if I could. Next one I'll show is the Barcelona Knights. originally nicknamed the Martian 7, but then they fooled us all and nicknamed it Barcelona Nights because they dropped that Barcelona Days, and turned out not to be the Martian colorway. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I still like it. It's a dope colorway. I like this, different colors in the material in the middle. So if I had known, then I probably would have copped the Barcelona Days. It's just that the the Barcelona Days originally was nicknamed the Bobcats, and I'm not really a big fan of the Bobcats, and it has the Bobcats colorway in it, so that's why I kind of passed on those. I mean, I could still cop them. I mean, I could have still copped them if I wanted to, but I just didn't care too much for it, and I didn't want to have to just go buy a matching pair set so I could have Barcelona Days and Nights. So here's the Martian 7. Looks almost exactly like the Barcelona Nights, except for the red tongue, which is really nice. Leather material is really nice on here. The the Barcelona Nights has that nubuck. This one's all leather, so material is really nice on these. Alright, so Barcelona Nights and Martian 7. Right? So that one, and then let's see what else I copped. I copped the Championship 7. What was the Champagne? I'm a sucker for gold, so I had to have this shoe. I really like this shoe a lot because of all the gold in it. I actually had to buy this from a reseller that lives locally in my area. Did a legit check and everything. He even provided me with a receipt. I'm sure you guys see my review on it before. So was able to cop that. And then I got the cigars through Foot Action because they were still online. All I had to do was call Foot Action, give them the product number, and they were able to find my size. You guys probably saw the review on that one too as well. And of course I got to cop the Bordeaux Sevens. This is one of the shoes I really wanted for a long time. When the Sevens first dropped, a kid in my school had them, and I always wanted them. It's just, when you're a kid, parents don't buy you J's all the time, so couldn't afford it. And then my one true grail of every shoe is the Retro 7 Hair. This shoe is the only shoe I ever owned as a kid when I was watching Jordan play when I was younger. And this was a shoe I waited for the longest. So this shoe means a lot to me. I had a chance to buy like 7 pairs of these, but this was the best pair that I could find. So I was only able to cop one. I couldn't double up on them. I mean, even on mine, you can still see it's still a little bit sloppy. Like you can see the glue marks right there. But one of them, like I told you in my review before, had like some markings right here. So I've only worn this shoe, I think, once. Yeah, I've worn it once. So this shoe, I'm gonna try and keep it as nice as possible because this shoe just brings back a lot of memories for me. So those are my Retro 7s. And then now we gotta pause it again to grab the next set of shoes. Next shoe I got was the Retro 8 Bugs. I really wanted this pair because, of course, Jordan played in them. So I know the Chromes and the Aquas came out and he played in the Aquas or whatever, but I really didn't care too much for that. This was more of the one I wanted to cop. So, I mean, I actually only undestocked it this year, like once. So I've only worn the shoe one time. But you know, this was one of the colorways that I really wanted for the Retro 8. So I'm glad I got this shoe. Next shoe would be the Playoff 8s. I mean, this is just a really dope colorway. This actually sat on shelves for, you know, back then when the shoes were only still 160. This actually sat on shelves for like a week, which really disappointed me because, you know, these are the playoffs, and you know, the people let them sit. So whatever, you know, people buy what they want to buy, but you know, I really like that colorway a lot. I'm gonna move on now to the that's the 8s. I'm gonna move on to the 9s. The very first 9 I was able to cop was the Johnny Kilroy. I wish I was able to cop more of the that pack that they drop, you know, like the Motorboat Jones and all that, but I really like the Johnny Kilroy a lot. This colorway is just really nice, and you know, it has the 4 on it, and you know, it even says, you know, Kilroy kicks blood on the inside of the tongue. So very dope colorway. I mean, you can see it still looks like it's brand new. I haven't worn them very much. The next one I caught was the oh man, what colorway was this? I forgot. It was, man, I forgot what colorway this was. If you guys know the colorway, please remind me. I forgot. I collected so many J's. I just know it was the it's black and blue. I forgot. There were so many nicknames. I just can't remember. But that was the second Retro 9 that I copped. After that, I got the Cool Gray, which I've only undestocked this year too myself. This was a very hard shoe to get for me when they stocked this. It reminds me of the Retro 11 Cool Gray, so I wasn't able to get the Retro 11 Cool Gray. So this kind of holds some meaning to me because I was actually able to cop it. This was like the last size anywhere, and my wife was able to find it for me, so she was able to get it for me, and I just really like this shoe a lot. So Cool Gray 9s. And the last 9 I copped was the Baron. Alright, so I know Jordan didn't play in the Retro 9s, but I copped the Barons anyway. I think it's a dope colorway, and then it has 45 on the back for his number when he played baseball. And now I'm going to move on to my 10s. So I'm going to start with the latest one. Not latest, no particular order. This is a double nickel. I wanted to get this because of the 45 on here. I mean, it's just plain black, red, and white, but this has meaning, of course, because, you know, he dropped, what, 45 points? Or was it 45 points? No, he dropped, I can't remember the points. But they call it the double nickel, of course. Getting kind of tired, so like I said, I'm having difficulty remembering nicknames and, you know, the history behind some of them. So cop the infrared 10s. Let's see, powder blue 10s. I'm trying not to make this too long, so I'm moving a little bit faster now. Cop the Bulls Over Broadway 10s. Okay. And of course, the OVOs. And I'm missing a pair. Let's see, where is it at? If I can find it. Actually, I'm not gonna go grab it, but I do have the Steel Gray OG colorway. Oh no, here it is. Never mind. I'm sorry. I got more 10s. Okay, Steel Gray 10s OG colorway. Alright, so I'm trying to move a little bit faster here. Got the Venom 10s. Running out of room to put on the table. And then I got this at the outlet, so I went ahead and bought it because it was cheap. But I bought the Bobcats colorway because, like I said, I'm not a real big fan of it, but it was so cheap that I was like, well, why not? Alright, so I'll give you one last look at it. 8s, 9s, 10s. Alright, and then we'll go on to the next set of shoes.